a Genesis puzzle. Genesis 2 is structured for two alignments. It aligns with day 6 for Adam and day 3 for the last Adam, who is Jesus. Adam's story, you know. So we're looking at the third day linkage, which is a stronger linguistic link and sets up for Jesus rising on the third day. Genesis 1 is as pictures on a timeline. Genesis 2 follows the man. What does he do? What doesn't he do? Note that the creation of sky on day 2 provides the preposition into instead of onto. Light comes onto the moon, but into our world, since sky is part of our world. Half of the days aim at one message: the light cometh into the world, which Jesus stated as his verdict in John 3:19. So Nicodemus should have realized Jesus was saying, in essence, this is the verdict, day 1, day 2, day 3, which should have shaken him to the core. Realizing that the message was confirmed by the fabric of creation and the one standing before him was the one who built it. But the world as a whole rejected Jesus. He rose on the third day, as this alignment shows, but after God laid him down, he would ascend to heaven until the bride would be brought to him. Keep in mind that when Jesus released his spirit on the cross, he was no longer bound by time, as time is a limitation created by God for this reality only. God is not bound by time. Instead, it is just one of his creations. So after Jesus rises on day 3, day 4 begins the gospel. It directly fulfills to Abram God's promise in Genesis 15 verse 5. Look at the stars, so shall your offspring be. Pentecost began the fulfillment. Abram's seed saved for all eternity, not just for life on earth. Jesus, the light of the world, was rejected. That's both why there was light present before the sun and why the sun, moon, and stars would replace it. But the sun, moon, and stars also played the roles of God's plan in detail. As Psalm 19 states, the sun is the bridegroom who goeth forth. Though the Bible uses both masculine and feminine for the sun and moon, at times we do see clearly that the moon portrays the bride with the cycle of a woman. Her scars are there for all to see. She has no life or light of her own, but she reflects the light of the sun. That's S-O-N and S-U-N, both of whom represent the light of the world. She reflects the light of the sun into a world in darkness, to those who do not see the sun. That's why God proclaimed she would rule the night. She matches the helper in Genesis 2, where the word suitable meant same size, same height. That's why there is the repeated, spectacular alignment of the two when viewed by those on earth. When the moon aligns fully with the sun, those on earth can see clearly they are a match. They are the same size. Those on earth no longer see the sun or the moon. They see only the glory of the sun, embracing his bride. And they know that the sun and moon are seeing each other face to face. God plays this message repeatedly. Anyone who wants to may come. The door of the ark is fully open for now. But you have to be willing to come in. Some people find that too hard. Note also, that is why the moon turns blood red at the end. The moon portrays her being covered by the blood of the bridegroom when she is taken into God's presence. And the sun goes dark to the earth as the bridegroom leaves, taking his bride home. The stars fall from heaven, their power and size now as nothing. They were simply placeholders. Abraham's seed has now been gathered above. Their message, the gospel, had gone into all the earth, and so the stars fall, stating, "It is finished." But that has not happened yet. So the door is still open. Fish and birds on day 5 portray born of water, born of spirit. The Hebrew word for spirit can mean breath, wind, air. This is the time of the called out ones. Anyone who wants to may join. Day 6 is the marriage, the revealing, the return. When we read Genesis chapter 2, we don't learn till late in the chapter that the assignment included bringing forth the bride. Or was that really the plan all along? Somehow, the concept of a crop, mentioned first in the chapter, is linked to this bringing forth of the bride. Crop implies many. Bride implies one. How about that? This hints at the verse, "May they be one as we are one." And so in the drama of Genesis 2, we learn that the servant allows for the outpouring, which produces the crop, which becomes the bride. Isn't that amazing? Genesis 2 shows the bride is the point, not the creation. So think about these things. Here's a little poem that tells our whole history in a nutshell. It goes like this. He built the house for love of his spouse, not for the love of the house. She thought it her life, but 'twas only her strife. She needn't have struggled that way. He called from afar, "Come as you are. Come, my bride. Come away." Her redemption he'd paid. When his life down he lay, the house tossed he simply away. So the bride was the point all along. You and I are indeed living in the greatest romance story ever written. The day is coming when the bride will be taken. The parable of the virgins. Sometime. Maybe soon. It could be many years away. It could be tomorrow. There is yet time to make ready. Romans 10 verses 8 to 13 state, God's message to us all plain and simple. All who call on the name of the Lord will be saved. And that's exactly why it's called the good news.